Welcome to the start of a new anime review series. This is Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World for my retirement. Those of you curious of why did I do a video yesterday, I had almost virtual voice yesterday. I'm partially recovered now, but it's not fully back yet like it was a couple days ago. Yeah. So, this anime is a bit unique. Well, first of which is that for light novel, because of course it is. And some of you thinking like of all the anime pick this one. Well, there's kind of a reason why. It seems pretty simple to go into. It reminds me a little bit of fewer anime. Like I like the whole thing of Also, this is overall my 26th anime that I basically have done this year. 26. I don't think this will take me very long to get through. No, I don't think so. Not particularly, no. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it'll take me very long to get through. No. Unlike let's say some anime I went through this year. This one basically is aired last year, not this year, last year. So it's based on a light novel series, obviously, but here's the weird thing: there's only 9 volumes, and from what I read online, they pretty much released all the volumes here, except for the last 2. The first 2 I read in omnibus, and starting book 3, they kind of released it as book 2, but actually it's book 3. So, the star of the series, Mishihara, that's her name, which is the second anime I've heard actually with a girl with that name, and she's from Japan. You think, wait, that sounds very familiar. Was there an anime you just did this year where the character was the same exact name? Yes. In Spirit Chronicles. Except she was a supporting character, not the lead character. Now, this is also the second anime I had come across where the star is voiced by Trina Nishmaru. You're thinking, that name sounds familiar. Did she do some other anime that you probably watched? Yes. Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia. In Attack on Titan, she voiced Mikasa. In My Hero Academia, she voiced Earjack. The last anime I watched, basically where she was leading, was, believe it or not, the Red Scrubs Outworld Event, which also aired last year as well. And looking up basically what she did last year, this anime was actually one of 2 that was released last year where she was in. You're thinking, really? Aside from My Hero, this is like the only other one she worked on. Actually, no, there was one more, but I may not watch that one. Who knows? There is another anime I'm interested in that I've seen tons of much material for, but I may get the future. Who knows? So the first episode starts out with Mishihara being shoved off a cliff in Japan by some people for some reason. In the book, there's actually a little more here. So they give a flashback that she's a survivor. Her parents and her brother were all killed in an accident. Yes. And they all died pretty much at the same time. Now, the studio that made this anime is Flex Film. Now, have I basically come across any other anime that this company worked on? No. This is the first one. There is, however, another anime that I'm really interested in that this company did work on. Yeah. This company started 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years. They've only put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd say about 9 anime in 10 years, which probably is not bad given the fact it's just a studio working these series. So, She ends up getting transferred to the world via this weird thing. She grabs something when she's falling off the cliffside, and then she hears a ouch. Someone's like an ouch. Or it's like, ow! And then she gets transferred to a field in the middle of nowhere, and she starts walking. By the way, she's wearing sneakers when this happens. It looked like she just finished school or whatever. Yeah. So she walks to a field, and then she walks to the woods, and then she collapses in front of a young girl named Colette, who is voiced by Marnie Bray. And I should point out at first, when she first arrived there, she could not understand a word she's saying. She kind of had to guess her name basically by hearing it. So then, of course, after she lays down in bed, she gets up, walks around, realizes she uses the bathroom, and they go to that house that apparently has no flush. And she was able to finish her business thanks to tissues, but no toilet paper. So then, of course, she and Colette proceed to go in the woods to gather some herbs. I think Colette basically just said thinking that she was going to leave the village. No, not yet, anyways. So they go in there, and then of course they're in there for a while. And of course, the guess particular word she's saying, like if this mushroom's edible or not. And then they're talking about wolves. Yep, she's able to have Colette climb up a tree just long enough so she can get away, and then she has to back to her own world, and then gets this up and she gets to transport back. Kills the wolves, and then she collapses, and then she gets transferred to this unknown space. And then we have this cat statue talk to her. Yeah, it's a cat statue. One of the ones do little paw thing you pull down for like good luck. So this creature explains that she took a portion of his power, and she was like, I'm sorry I did it. Like, it's fine. It's like, so basically, like, at the channel for a while, she jumps back and forth. She requests one thing. To know language. And she would talk to him, no problem. Talks to her mom, her basically her father. And, like, she explains the whole thing of not able to talk because, oh, maybe she lost memory. Actually, she couldn't understand what the heck she's saying. So, basically, like, she's in a country, and, of course, economics is played differently. So, apparently, her saving her. Also, Clay is really strong for a little girl. She basically can do a bear hug and nearly crush her ribs. So then after a while, of course, they do the whole thing of retirement. You know, get money up and, well, go back to new worlds. Also buy a moped and also buying some guns to defend herself in that world. At one point, she transports herself, like, just happened behind some adventurers who, by the way, have swords and bow and arrow. And the archer of the group, who is a woman, notices her. She actually hears that when she hears probably some magic. When she transports it back, like first she transports to her brother's bedroom. And at that point she has with a bike on top of her bed. I'm surprised that bike didn't crush her bed. So she's taking an odd job so she can get enough money so she can possibly possibly sell goods from her world into that world too. Which is interesting to say the least. This is actually the first anime I've ever come across that's actually like this, where you actually have people trying to sell stuff from our world, like having her bring it to them. Now you're thinking, what about normal smartphone? With him bringing a smartphone, which is a smartphone thing. A lot of the air stuff they made in the show was either made from scratch or it was basically on hand with Babylon stuff. But there is like one anime that I've heard of, the Campfire Scale one. That one in particular, that one's almost as another series similar to this one, where a guy brings some stuff from the where he's also a lie, just brings it here. Here she brings like modern stuff, but so far I don't think she brought in aside from her clothing is probably the moped. That's pretty much it. She also saw to fire various guns and gets a lecture on the guns after paying one of the gold coins, which of course the guy probably accepts because it's gold. I'm sure probably is worth a lot of money, just one piece of gold. And her plan is basically earn enough money so she can live off it. And she plans to presumably raise with equivalent to 2 billion yen. which apparently is 80,000 gold coins, which is a lot of gold coins. A lot. So, she just wanted to basically take care of herself, which is fine. It is kind of interesting, though, that she transferred back between this world and the other one. And I'm looking forward to discussing the rest of the series. We have only 10 episodes left to go. And hopefully by the time I finish something, my voice will be better. I hope so, too. Yep, so yeah, that's been a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do this. Also, before I go, for Trina for herself, this is my 16th anime that I've seen her in. Okay? But see you next video. Try later. Bye.